ChatGPT is in French. Female cat. I farted.
Oh really? Oh,
ChatGPT.
yeah, that's right.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
That means I farted. In French.
Welcome to Little Town Big Queeries.
Hi, welcome back. This is our first episode of season 2,
Season
isn't
2.
it? Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, you probably will. This is David Doherty-Jebb.
How you doing?
Yeah.
This is our first guest of season 2.
First guest.
Season premiere.
Yeah, season
That's
premiere.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I am.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
No,
Thanks for
thank you so
coming.
much for
Where's
coming.
my camera?
That's
This
your
one,
camera.
Okay. That's my camera. This one here. Thank you so much for having me through. This
No,
is
no
very
worries.
exciting.
Thank you for coming anyway. Cause like not many has like gotten back to us to even say yes or no. So
Right.
I know.
For anyone that doesn't know, David is a stand-up comedian, MC. You're a constant podcaster and stuff as well, aren't you?
Well, up until very recently, yes, I was a regular guest on Bronagh Diamond's Word Up podcast.
Yeah.
Love it.
So that's all kind of paused a wee bit at the moment. So there's sort of
Yeah.
kind of
What's the story there? It's just a wee bit of a break.
A wee bit of a break, and I think as well, I think Bronagh's been doing that podcast for about 2.5 years. So having a wee think about what she wants to do next, because it was her podcast. I was just really lucky enough to be able to be part of it, and that was sort of very much my vibe.
Yeah,
words,
no,
language.
you're so easy to listen to on it, honestly.
thank you so
Yeah,
much.
no, it's like your type of environment.
Once I go down that rabbit hole of language and words and things, it's very hard.
It's so
to come
interesting.
back.
Yeah.
Well, to me it is.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope that the people listening find it interesting.
No,
because sometimes
definitely
people
coming
stop.
back with new words from that show.
I know, it's
definitely.
always a worry, isn't it? That like we think we're hilarious, and then if someone's watching the podcast, you never know if we're funny or not.
Well,
Like,
you do,
Yeah.
it is, but you do kind of also have to sort of, you have to look at some people who are not. This is going to sound really horrible and shady, but people who are not afraid of mediocrity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you can, and I don't mean that in a shitty way, I mean that way they're not afraid to put content out. So sometimes I know I definitely shackle myself a wee bit with like going, oh my goodness, like this has to be so funny that people
Yeah.
are like falling off seats, and
Yeah.
like, and you find yourself, just
You're your worst own critic, really, aren't you?
very much.
Yeah,
very
you kind of have to be, don't you? So
Yeah.
you keep improving.
Because
Yeah.
it is like, I think now it is like very much it is the you kind of have to have volume of content for people to be able to go, oh, so people not necessarily remember the video, but they'll remember you.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
they'll remember that you did. They go, oh, then I can't remember what they were talking about, but
Yeah.
Oh, he's the
So-
boy from so and so.
Uh-huh.
That's it, yeah.
I know you're a bit of a perfectionist with all that stuff too, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I do freak out a wee bit. I just I want, because it's not just like my image, it's like my closest friends' images as
Absolutely.
well. So I just make sure I do be strict, but it's only for the better for the podcast. Like I don't want
Only
any of
because I care for
it's
you.
only because I care about
It's only
you.
because I care.
I'm freaking
Absolutely
out.
terrified of her. She's so scared.
But you do kind of have, but you do have to find a middle road between
Oh,
wanting it to be
absolutely.
really good and then
Yeah.
not worrying about.
That's it. I don't want to
If
stress
people like
the
it.
girls either. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Some people
it.
might not like it. People might not like it.
But
and it's just,
you probably don't like it, but you have took on the role so fucking well. I'm proud
Ah,
of you.
you're fine.
I always
know?
find it
Yeah,
really
thanks.
weird whenever people like stop you and like, oh, I seen you on the podcast, and I'm
yeah.
Nobody loves
So
me.
somebody, just a couple of times people say to me, "Are you David Doherty-Jebb?" And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, why are you asking me?"
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
What is my name? 'Cause I saw you on. I was like, "Oh right, okay."
I know
guys."
you nearly forget. You're like,
You want to be nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And even like
Definitely.
whenever I do like my crowd work and stuff, I never want to be, if you're crowd work is all about like if you're so slagging someone in the audience, they have to be the one that's laughing.
yeah.
If you have
Yeah.
to lead with kind of like kindness a wee bit,
Yeah,
and
You
just
never
okay.
want
want
to
to
be
like crying.
nice.
Like,
Well, you don't want to ruin somebody's night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're going, I came in there, it was really horrible to me, and there was no need for it, really. And
He's
I
crying.
yeah, absolutely. You don't want people going and hiding in the toilet. You don't want to come out again.
I wanted to do a wee thing where we all roasted each other, just at one of our birthday parties or something. But yeah, no one really took to it.
Well, a roast, but again, when you're roasting somebody, it has to be funny to the person you're roasting.
Okay. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not. There's that fine line between not being like that person has to
Yeah.
go, I recognise myself in that, and that is
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can own that. Yeah,
That's right,
totally.
You can't just go, you're so fucking stupid and you're a dick. You know what I mean? That's not like a good roast. You know what I mean?
Those are my roasts.
That's not a good roast. That's just you venting how you feel about the person
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
time.
That's
That's
like
what we
whenever
do.
you were younger. Yeah.
But we were saying this though. I was talking about this recently with a friend, and you can really only slag somebody really well if you actually like them.
Yeah.
Because then anger, if you don't like somebody, anger gets in the way, and then it's not funny.
Yeah.
Whereas if you really like somebody and you think something's quite, you know it's going to get under their skin a wee bit,
Yeah.
but they can't deny
Yeah.
that's who they are, and they're like, no, that's not true.
Joke with jobs, really.
It has to be true.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
has to be
it does.
true though.
Yeah.
But, with your spin on it, but yeah.
That's so funny. Our
Joke was
query for today is how do queers get into comedy?
Yeah.
How do queers get into comedy?
So,
Yeah.
like the word up, you have a word every episode. So, Little Town Big Queries, we do like a query every episode.
Question.
It's like a question. Yeah. So, our question today was.
How do queers get into comedy?
It's a funny thing because whenever I started about 10 years ago, I was like one of very few queer comedians out there. I think the only other person who was, would have gigged as much as me would have been Gemma Hutton, aka Dick Van Dyke, who
Yeah.
was at Fermanagh Pride
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
So she, because it's a really embarrassing episode of Word Up where I started crying with her on it.
Aw.
Just because I know Gemma now quite well,
Yeah.
and I call Dick Van Dyke my work husband because he's the other MC. For those of you who don't know, I MC at Northern Ireland's only like weekly cabaret show, Cabaret Supper Club on Upper Arthur Street, and so she and I kind of share the MC duties, and she'll do it in the in the persona of Dick, and so she was on the show and I was talking, but she really did. She created like a road for queer comedians because there is a very much a boys club. Now again, this is the thing as well. You put something out there, and then people are like, "You can't say that." Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then they feel very attacked. They feel very attacked. They feel very attacked by things, but you have to go. No, like we're not saying like it's necessarily one individual's fault.
Yeah.
But people tend to fall into cliques. People tend to fall into.
Especially in somewhere like here,
Especially, but in the comedy scene, Northern Ireland comedy scene isn't that big. So there's like certain names that do stand out, and those people kind of do work together, and that's totally understandable. But there's not a huge space for like queer personas, queer voices, and so. And the long answer to your question is how do queers get into comedy is by creating spaces of their own.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the way it is. Like you maybe do your open nights. Get on stage, get your stage time, find out your voice, find out what's your comedic voice, and then it's one of those things like Gemma did it. The amazing Ross Anderson Doherty, they are the sort of the creative directors of Cabaret Supper Club. They have done it. If anybody has seen Cake Daddy, which was their show a few years ago, they did. It's you have to look at like drag's a different sort of thing. Where like in drag you go in and there's an established drag kind of thing in Belfast. I don't know if it's so much here, but there's like there are a few drag
There is
queens up
definitely
here.
like a
There's
wee
something
community.
starting.
There is something bubbling that's
Something
coming.
starting up.
Yeah.
But like it's all there is the same thing. You kind of have to.
You have to kind of create individuality, don't you? And then you kind of your community kind of comes to you. I feel.
But you might need to be the trailblazer. Like you might need to be the one that goes, right, I'm going to find a venue and I'm going to put a queer comedy night on once a week or once a month or once every 2 months, and I'm only going to have queer voices and I'm only have queer, LGBTQI plus. You might have to be that trailblazer.
It's a scary thing to do as well, I'd say.
I could definitely, and in smaller towns like outside of Belfast,
Yeah.
because like I went to Lurgan's second Pride. I was at the first one, very small thing last year, and then this year Lurgan Pride was much bigger. Sean and the girls were there to support us because we were there a few weeks before.
Yeah.
Sean and the girls from Fermanagh Pride Committee, and they were there to support us, and it was really lovely. But that was because that's my town. Walking through Lurgan, and you're just kind of like. You're there for Pride. You are there as this is why you're here, and it was really nerve wracking.
I'd say.
But like sometimes you have to be
The trailblazer.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's a very brave thing to do, and it's cool.
It's brave, but it's also like when it comes to like Gemma, for example, I am so appreciative of her because she created inroads.
Yeah.
So that I wasn't the first Northern Ireland queer comedian.
Did she walk so you can run, kind of thing?
Walk so I could walk slightly faster. I won't say run. But
Slightly jog.
I think as queer people, we always have to kind of draw our line in the sand.
Yeah, definitely.
No matter what it is you're doing, is it podcasting? Is it tech? Is it comedy? Is it acting? Is it writing? Is it poetry? Is it art? Is it business? You know, we've always got to. We always kind of have to go right. We're claiming this for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be given to us.
Yeah.
That
never
sounds
is.
really. That sounds really raw.
But you have to, yeah.
Take this world by storm.
You know, we're not going to do this without we can't do. Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah.
And just go and do it.
Yeah,
Here to
absolutely.
take over, not take part.
Absolutely. You don't want to explain myself anymore. I feel like the years of explaining
Yeah, you're
and
right.
trying to get people to sort of see our point of view, that's
Yeah.
over. We've had that conversation. We're here now.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
here. And we're going to do what we want.
Yeah, so
and,
you can come and join us, or you can get out of the way.
Yeah. Is that where you're from then, Lurgan?
It was a great cup of tea. Thank
Is
you
it alright?
So much.
Yeah,
A
no.
great cup of tea.
Oh,
Your
stop,
skills
would
lie
you?
somewhere really
Love
amazing.
a
Thank
good
you.
cup of
I'm good
tea.
for something.
I love a good strong cup of tea. I don't like, my granda would have called like a weak tea nuts pish. I do not approve of that. So yes, I am from, I grew up in and around Lurgan and lived in wee towns called Warringstown, Donaghcloney. Donaghcloney, if you've never heard of it, is a lot like Game of Thrones, and it's not because of dragons, it's because people do genuinely fuck their sisters.
Oh, okay.
It is really weird.
I'm not much of a fan of that place.
It was so weird. There's one guy and his mom and dad looked like identical twins, and I think that is meant to be biologically possible, but
Maybe it's because they were.
they
know.
do you know,
Yeah.
science isn't always right. You know,
Do you know, love comes in weird forms.
love,
You know.
the heart wants what the heart wants.
yeah.
Do you know,
No.
and maybe
We're
you
not
know,
here to judge.
everybody was like a cousin. Like everybody was a cousin, and like even I was like a second cousin to somebody.
Oh,
Even
really?
though I just moved there, and it was like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
How did this happen? You know, it was everybody was a cousin, and it was like, I have to say, like it's one of those places where lots of, you know, like lots of housing estates and lots of things have been built since I lived there. So
Yeah.
there's lots of different people. But when I lived there, it was only people from there. So like, even though we lived there for like 10 odd years, we were never from there.
Oh, really?
And I lived less of my life in Lurgan, but people would accept me from being from Lurgan. It was really weird.
That was
weird.
strange.
It was just it was a very small-minded wee town.
Yeah. Is that what cannoli was like, Leah?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
What was
sounds
it? What
like
did you call your wee town?
cannoli.
Cannoli?
Yeah.
That sounds like an Italian pastry.
Cannoli, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
cannoli
so
isn't
good.
really anywhere, is it? It's like, it
It
probably
actually
is
is
Italian
tasty.
pastry.
My uncle has the pub there, and he took it over like 30,
Is that
40
what it's-
years ago.
That's the name of
from-
it. It's just called. It's just called the pub because there's been another name.
There's no other
There's no other
There's
pub.
no competition.
This is the pub. It's the pub. No need to know.
He got it like
He
they
just
would have been from
pub
Tipperary.
cannoli. Your uncle's getting his meal.
The middle of a field.
Just go. There you go.
But he would have been from Tipperary, and he took it over from his uncle. And then my wee cousin was working in the tea room in Florence Court, and this woman came up and was giving off about the roaches taking over the pub in Cannoli.
The roaches.
Yeah, that's
Second
my
name.
family.
Not the actual.
Oh, where I was going, I was thinking, this is starting to feel pointed. This is starting to feel horrible.
Yes,
Also,
Roaches are.
but you are, then your surname is Roach.
No, I'm McBride.
You're McBride, but they're Roaches.
Yeah.
That still doesn't sound very nice. Whenever I'm saying it like that, it still
They
sounds
took
like...
it over like 30, 40 years ago, and this woman was giving off about them coming up from Tipperary and stealing the pub.
You're like, Mrs., this has been a long time.
Is it spelled roaches in like the?
Or
Yeah.
I actually don't know how to
R-O-S.
spell it.
You were so confident with RO.
Then I'm panicked.
R-O-S-C-H, R-O-C-H-A, R-O-S-C-H.
I don't know, it's not
Like a
my name.
cockroach.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's in your name.
It's my mummy's name.
Do you know your mommy's maiden name? How you spell it?
Ringer.
No, I don't know how to spell her
That's a
first
very
name.
dangerous thing
Do
not
you
to
know how to
know.
spell her
If
first name? What's your mommy's name?
Pauline.
Right.
I call her Paul.
Give us a P.
Like, I'm just like afraid now. I don't want to make any jokes in case you're like, actually, I am illiterate, and you're like, that's not your fault. That's not your fault.
Well,
You know,
she's from Cannoli, like.
I'm afraid of like going like, actually, I am.
I actually went to school in an even smaller village. They
Did you?
didn't even have a pub.
How many people were in your class at school?
It was called the school.
5.
Five. It was just called the school.
Yeah.
The school in Cannoli.
Yeah.
Cannoli has a population of 141.
Really?
Yeah, according to the 2011 census.
Willie, why did you not go to
Australia.
Cannoli Primary School instead of Clash?
Because Kalasha was smarter.
So you did go to a smart primary school.
How smart can the primary school be when the first 2 years of the people there, like, they still shit themselves? Do you know what I mean? Like, how smart can a primary
Aye,
school
well,
be?
that's true,
Do you
yeah.
know what I
Aye,
mean?
yeah,
Like, people go to
yeah.
smart primary schools, like,
They might be literate, but they're not.
yeah, they still, like, smell
We're
of
not there.
feces.
Mm.
You know? And they're like, I can read, but you can't wipe your own ass.
That might just be canal.
It's a bit like, I feel like your family's priorities are not the right way around.
Yeah. Were you the only guy in the village then whenever you were younger?
But so you have to also remember that, like, in a week's time I will be 45, and so, like, in the 80s, it just was, there was no language for these things, and it was not like, also, like, Northern Ireland didn't have it, but in England they had a thing called Section 28, which meant, it was Margaret Thatcher's law, which meant that you
Tramp.
were not allowed to, I know, may she
Sorry.
burn in hell.
I thought you were going
Not him.
You tramp.
Anytime I hear Margaret Thatcher, Trump.
I know,
She's a
evil
tramp.
bastard,
Fuck
is
her.
evil,
Glad she's dead.
nasty fucking
Maggie's
bastard.
in the box.
But she introduced, her government introduced this law, Section 28, and it was called something slightly different in Scotland, but you weren't allowed to talk about homosexuality in any way, shape or form, because it was seen as kind of recruiting kids into homosexuality and
What?
gayness.
Don't ask, don't tell or something along with that line.
Well, that was like America, that was
Oh, yeah.
American,
Army.
the army, the armed forces. But yeah, you weren't allowed to talk about it in school whatsoever, so, like, there were no references to this sort of things. So, like, you know, there was no language or vocabulary for you to go, I think that's who I am.
I know
or
that
I
must have
think
been
that's...
mind-boggling for you. Like,
So then so that kind of, but then as you get older and you realise that maybe that, yes, you are queer, yes, you are gay, it's a terrible negative thing. Like, there are no positive role models on TV. There's nobody. It's, you know, and you also have to remember that here in the north of Ireland, it was illegal up until 1981. You know, and
Yeah.
I was born in 1980, so it was still, you know.
you came out and they changed the laws. They were like, oh,
Did you have to?
yeah.
I have to do this
We're
fella
gonna-
here.
we're
Nothing
gonna
to
do
do,
something.
nothing to do with Jeffrey Dudgeon whatsoever. It was to do with me.
Yeah.
All his
We
hard
believe
work.
it.
All his hard work. But yeah, so probably not really, because you look back on these things and
Aye, well, aye.
people are, you know,
There's a twinkle there.
there's somebody else who's probably living like some similar kind of
Is
storyline.
it
But
roommate
yeah,
for 50 years?
50 years.
Yeah, they were married 50 years.
And they were roommates.
Yeah.
9 dogs.
And it was, you know, so yeah, it was. I could sound dramatic, but, you know, like, you just didn't have. It's just not the way it is now, and it's like
Yeah.
everything has changed so much. And I think what sometimes things have come along so far that I think that sometimes people become complacent, and that's why then I feel like then, you know, the likes of the DP, TV, Reform, you know, they're coming round and they've taken advantage of the fact that we've lifted our foot off the pedal a wee bit, and they're putting ideas into people's heads to make it feel like, oh, and, you know, now you have to let men into the women's bathrooms, and you're like, nobody ever asked for this. That's not what anybody was saying. You know, that's not.
Yeah, I get you.
You know, like,
They're taking, like, making a mountain out of a molehill, really.
but also they're using the same playbook as they used in the 60s in America, you know, against trans people now. So trans people are the new, you know, demon du jour, the monster of the week for the Reform Party and those sorts of people. So they're sort of saying, you know, oh, they're out for your kids, and they're trying to like
Convert them.
they're trying to convert you, and they're trying to fool you, and they're trying to make you think, and blah blah blah. These are all the same lies that they were saying about gay men
Yeah.
in the 60s and 70s. So it's exactly the same thing as
History
happening,
repeating itself.
but it's just a different
Yeah,
target.
definitely. Yeah, I think they'll always probably look for a new target anyway.
Yeah.
Because it
every
keeps
time.
it keeps the eyes off them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
You know what they're doing
true.
with
Someone to demonize.
somebody else to demonize. And like, if you think about like how few people make up that sort of trans category, you know, where were they making all this trouble before? Why were they just waiting for the law to change to go, right, now's the time?
We're gonna convert kids.
You know what I
All of a
mean?
sudden,
Yeah,
like,
you know what I
you know,
mean.
yeah,
So there's that
crazy.
all sort of like thing where, you know, so I feel like, yeah, things have come along amazing. It's amazing. Kids are able to come out at, like, I don't know, if you don't mind me asking, what age did you all come out at?
14?
14.
Oh god, for me it was like different stages at different ages because
Yeah.
my family were all over the show, but I feel like the first would have been like 21, 20.
I
around
was
that.
19, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was 19, 20. What about yourself?
I just never did.
You just never did.
Yeah.
Fab. No. And what about yourself?
I don't know. I just, like, I didn't have a whole like.
No.
You're kind of
I'm
the same
queer.
as me. You
No,
kind
that's-
of told different people in your family at different stages.
No, that's
yeah.
class. So
Yeah.
that's like what we were always
Yeah.
wanting. You
And
know.
not having to.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Although I do say that there's, I don't know, maybe I'm just old school, but I get feels there's something being taken away. It's like your gay bat mitzvah. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you know what I mean? Your queer mitzvah or something. Do you know what I mean? Like you do kind of need to.
Have a.
It's nice to be able to go, oh, and then everyone go, oh, that's great. Now
Like
we
the
know who you are.
weights go off your shoulders,
Yeah.
you're shouting it.
Or like
you
a
know?
wee thing that like is for you, where like this part of this journey is specifically your coming out is for you.
Yeah.
Then, do you know?
It's like
But
graduation into the gay world. You know,
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
but at the
the
same time, I
straight version.
understand like, you know, the no need to, and that's amazing as well. You know, but I
Yeah.
think what has happened is we've got to this stage where we think, oh look at all these gains we've made, and then these people have sort of snuck in round the side and gone,
Yeah.
oh, but what about trans people? And we've gone, oh shit!
I think if they
How
have
the
something.
fuck did you get in?
Who invited you?
Who invited you?
Yeah, literally. I think if they have something to hate, then they have something in common. And they'll just
I
look
don't even
for
think that
everything.
they do. I just think it's just convenient.
Yeah,
like
that's
like
what I
these
mean.
guys. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like these
Yeah.
people, like I know.
Name a
I just
politician.
don't want to like. I don't like even giving any of their names, but these people, you know, these big sort of like talking heads, people that they'll always have on Question Time and
Yeah.
things like that. I don't feel like those people necessarily genuinely believe what they're saying. It's just that is
What they're taught, really.
that's what they're taught to say, and
Yeah.
because all they really want to be is in the public eye.
Mm-hmm.
So you say these things. Like, what do you call your woman who was on Big Brother, and then she was she's Katie Hopkins.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe that she believes anything she says. She has no moral compass, and so
No.
therefore she can just say whatever
They
she
just
wants.
Say it for attention.
What was
or
it?
like-
She said she hates children named after countries, but her children's called
Aye.
India or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that. It's
I
like,
hate
what
it.
the fuck?
Well, that's not like a place, and you go. It literally is.
It is as a continent.
It is. It's a subcontinent.
big
I can
place.
I can point at it on a map. It's a place. It is a place.
And then you came out at quite a young age, really, for it being, was it the 90s then?
So well, 2000. It was 2000 and. It was 2000.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember. Was it actually 2000? 2001. It was 2001. So I was still 20. I was
I would
20.
have been too. And then
Why-
when did you meet your husband?
He and I met online the old-fashioned way.
Really?
On a website that doesn't exist anymore called Gaydar. It was like one of the first like chat
I've heard about
really
that.
I have
Gaydar.
never heard about that.
There was
I've
Gaydar,
heard about
Gaydar
it.
Girls. There was like two different ones. There was Gaydar, then there's Gaydar Girls,
That
and like
sounds well.
there isn't any of that anymore. And it was just like a Facebook Bebo for gay people, for queer people, and
Did you meet many there?
before I met.
Yeah.
That was the one. There was no Grinder yet, and then whenever Grinder came out, I had it for like 6 months, and I hated it because like people are horrible. People were so judgmental and horrible. And we're gonna be
Really?
horrible. Like it was just like you think, to yourself, you would never say that to my face.
Yeah.
Why do you think that it's okay to say this to me online?
Crazy.
So I just got rid of it because it was really toxic. I thought it was really horrible kind of app. And then yeah, we met. So my husband and I, we've been together for 14 years, and we've been married for 11.
That's insane.
Mad.
Mm.
Congrats.
crazy.
It's a long time.
That is a long time. Me and my girlfriend have been together 8 years. It's mad.
But that is also like 80 lesbian years.
Yeah.
I mean, like that
Yeah.
that's a long.
It is a long. We met online too. We met on Tumblr. Do you remember Tumblr?
Stalker.
Tumblr, yes.
I didn't stalk her. No
You
one
did.
stalked nobody. Yeah,
Tumblr, I do remember Tumblr. Does Tumblr still exist?
It still exists, but it's
It's
not,
not
as
the
rampant
same.
with the lesbians anymore. No. Not
Oh,
yet.
was Tumblr like a big
Oh, rampant.
Was
yeah.
it?
Yeah, we were overflowing with lesbians and Tumblr for all over the world. It was mad. There was like loads of them.
I did not know that.
It was a very lesbian app, but it wasn't meant to be. It was just kind of about poetry and
appropriated by the lesbians, by the
Yeah.
sapphics.
art. Yeah. yeah.
Why?
Took it over.
What was so lesbian about it? Like, what was so
no
good?
idea,
What? Like,
you know.
why?
I would love. I think it was like it was very romantic. It was very movie quotes and poetry and flowers and
Right.
tits and yeah.
We had different ones.
Did we? Well, maybe mine was lesbian.
Very different experiences of Tumblr.
Mine was very depressing.
Yours
yeah.
was what, like Evanescence, sort of like thing, emo-y.
Yeah.
Would he be into the whole like podcasting and me? No, not at all. Because I was gonna say you could do like a love line thing.
No. No.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah, that's for the best.
Yes, we're very yin and yang. 'Cause,
Oh,
like,
really?
I don't know, like, lesbians do this a wee bit, but not to the extent as the gays, as we start to twin. Sometimes you notice like some like gay guys like start to twin. I'm 6'3", and he is 5'6" and blonde, and so that's not going to happen. There would need to be a radical metamorphosis on one of our sides for that to happen. So we're very different. We're very yin and yang. There are things that annoy me that just don't annoy him, and then he can talk me around, and vice versa. And yeah, he's very patient. Oh God, he's very patient. I'm not patient.
Really?
I'm not patient. I'm better than what I was, but I'm not patient. I'm a talker. I need to get things out. I can't go to bed angry. Whereas Alan will be like, listen, I need to sort my feelings out, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
And you're there rocking.
And I'm like, no, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But then you have to go. But then I will be like, right, there's a shelf life on this thinking about it bullshit. And if you don't talk about this within 3 days, you're not allowed to talk about it ever again.
I feel the same.
That's fair enough.
You
That's
can't
brilliant.
you can't bring it up. You can't go, see, whenever you talk to me like that in August. I was like, no.
Shelf life.
We had an opportunity to talk about it. You didn't take it. Now it's done.
I see it now.
You can't cast things up from the past.
Absolutely. That's so funny. Yeah, there's always polar opposites in relationships. I find that with me and Amber as well.
Are you very opposite?
Yeah, I'm more like you. I'm impatient. I need things done. And she's so calm and nice and, you know, sweet and would never really raise her voice, and I'm the complete opposite.
But people like us need those people.
Yeah, definitely, to bring us down a bit. Imagine
Yeah.
we were with someone like us. Oh, we blow
no, we'd be
towns up.
murdered.
Oh, 100%.
I'd be murdered. It'd be like double homicide.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Care Bears, Miss Care Bears. Care Bears isn't the same anymore.
It's come back, isn't it?
Is it coming back?
And it's come back.
You know
Care
what the
Bears.
old like noughties where they used to animate Care Bears, and like Scooby Doo even, they used to have that animation of
Nothing
it.
beats
Loved
it. That is
Nothing
like
beats it.
absolute effort when they came animation back then.
Yeah.
They just put so much effort into it nowadays. Like,
Now
I
they
can't
look like-
watch like Paw Patrol and be like, that's entertaining. I
It
couldn't
looks-
watch that when I was younger. Be like, I'm enthralled. But if it was the
I
Scooby
think you're a
Doo
bit old
gang,
for it.
I
huh?
love
I think you're a
Scooby.
bit old for Paw Patrol.
But
Yeah.
Probably
to
why I
this
wasn't
day-
understanding. To be
To this day,
honest.
I'd watch Scooby Doo though.
Yeah,
I would
Scooby-Doo
watch-
shit.
I love
I would watch
Scooby Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I would watch My Little Pony, like the Friendship is Magic. I fucking loved it. I loved it.
I'd love someone to write like a little theme song for us that like you know, My Little Pony kind of theme.
I definitely like I self-identified as like a Twilight Sparkle. Like
Yeah.
I was Twilight Sparkle, like obsessed with
right.
reading, going to the big city, making big new friends, do you know what I mean, learning
So
about
cool.
the essence of friendship.
It was the what's that show called? Samantha and fucking
Oh,
thingy
Sex and the
and
City?
It was the Sex and the City
That's
before
so-
Sex and the
See, that's
City.
how like how young, because like Sex and the City was like, what do you mean? What did you call that program? Everybody had the pink shoebox DVD box set. It was like a pink. It was like a
My mum
Manolo
had that.
Blahnik.
Oh, my mum had that too.
Yeah, everybody had. I probably have the
Never got opened.
same age as your mother's.
What age you?
I will be 45 next
Yeah,
week.
same age, mum.
1980.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Mad.
My mum,
Who is it?
I don't know her age.
You don't know her
I don't
name.
even know how to spell her name.
Just know how to spell her name. Pauline. Is it, unless there's like super fattas happening in there. Like Pauline's pretty straightforward.
Maybe it's a silent P.
Maybe it's a
panic.
Pauline. Podjagine. I don't know. Yeah. You're
I know
awful.
what year.
What a terrible, terrible.
You're
I
life.
know
an
the
awful
year
child.
she was born.
What year was she born?
What year was she born?
1969.
1969. Because you're like,
Hey.
that's why. Because it's 16. So your mum is like
50.
11 years older than me.
54.
She'd be 55, 56.
Yeah.
That's Pauline. Pauline definitely doesn't look it.
That's old.
Pauline looks well.
Oh, Pauline can call me. Yeah.
Pauline
Love
looks well.
Pauline.
I don't know what she looks like. Pauline, I'm sure you do
But
look
she's
well.
lovely.
Don't know.
She's she's lovely. I think I've talked about this on the Word Up podcast, but like I'm on a waiting list to be assessed for being a weirdo. I mean, or as in like autistic ADHD. I was like talking to my therapist because that is just like a must for me. It's just a must. And so I was talking to her, and she's like, David, how do you feel about like certain textures? And I was like, what do you think? In what respect? And then she was like, how did you, was there anything? And then I started like to talk, even like wet
Oh my God.
Wet sponge.
wet sponge with dry fingers.
Oh.
I hate them.
Or it's like what do you call those microfiber cloths?
I
I mean,
just
you
like
have
the-
dry skin.
Yeah.
Like I hate that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate the feel of velvet. I hate the feel of velvet. It's gross.
Or, like like old 1970s, 1980s like synthetic material. The ones that would like you could get like if you were to pull a fiber in it, it would all go like it would all like kind of run. It would all
Yeah.
go bally really
Yeah,
easily.
yeah.
that in my hand. I'm either really, really gay or really, really autistic, because it's like whenever I touch it, like the feeling of it on my fingers,
Yeah.
I
It
get
goes
all,
through your body,
I get
doesn't
like
it?
watery mouth. Do you whenever like
Yeah.
you know when you smell vomit
It's
and it
like when
gives
you
you
think
watery
about
mouth?
Oh,
biting
yeah.
cotton
I
wool.
get like
It's horrible.
biting cotton
know,
wool.
it's horrible,
I know,
isn't it?
because it's like and sometimes these things are really weird, because like what situation are you in that
I
you
know.
need to bite cotton wool?
Dentist.
Well, it's not
Dentist,
really
but
a
like,
snack, you know, for
No,
me. But
but to pack it all in, like it shouldn't be.
I remember when I got braces, I had to get this thing called a prop, and it was kind of stopped me from biting. It was like a false tooth to put in, but it was temporary, like it could fall out. But it was like, I don't know what it was made out of, but it was like porcelain
Oh,
or ceramic.
no.
So you can imagine your tooth rubbing
No,
up
no.
against that, and I couldn't wait to get my braces off just for that. Like I could do the pain, but not that like
Yeah.
sensation. Like
Have
ugh.
you ever had a bit like back in the
Gross.
day whenever Kit Kat was like had foil on it
yeah.
and
Yeah.
got a bit of foil on your filling?
And it goes right through you. I mean,
It's-
like, how did that happen?
It's like someone's put a
It's
live wire
horrible.
into your tooth. But
Yeah.
yes, certain textures really are very
We
triggering.
shouldn't be talking about this anymore because we're all cringing.
Yeah.
All cringy, but but it is apparently it is like a sign of
Really?
neuro spiciness.
That's crazy.
No way.
I'm
That's
100%
interesting.
OCD, but not OCD in the terms of like hygiene wise. I'm OCD with like intrusive thoughts and like
yes,
habits. And,
real OCD.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I better not fall asleep
yeah.
when it's like 14 degrees, because I'll get up and kill
someone.
my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Turn them into mincemeat and then give it them as presents to people. And they go, surprise! It's my murdered family. And then you go, why? And then your ordinary voice goes, what?
Yeah, yeah. You're I think I need section.
I think I need signed in. But like, yeah.
we
So
holiday?
would you have those sorts of?
Yeah, all the time. Like just like little intrusive things and like just weird like needs, like waking
Mhm.
up and getting out of bed at a certain time, or else the world will
Right.
fall apart. And
Yeah,
all
I
that.
can't. Mine would be things like it's mine wouldn't be mine. Like I can't really have. It has to be a 5 or a 10 on the volume.
Yeah.
I can't have it at like
Oh.
27.
So it needs to be like your 5 times tables, kind of, or
disgusting.
2 times tables.
Yeah, kind
It
of.
has to be
Yeah.
yes, it has to be 5 times table. No, it has to be a 10 times table or a 5 times table.
Okay,
Right.
right.
2 times table is like 22.
So like 44, no.
no, like
45.
44.
The worst thing I ever did for my OCD was get cats, because I had to get them in at a certain time every night. And not only like the hair and stuff or whatever doesn't really bother me, but
But it's not, that's not real OCD is
Yeah.
not really about cleanliness.
No, I
it's
don't think
about
so
your
inner thoughts.
things that are not like, what would you say? They're not reasonable. The thoughts that you're feeling are not reasonable.
they're completely like bananas.
I think
Yeah.
it has to affect your life up to 45 hours a day
Yeah,
for it to be diagnosable.
yeah, yeah.
What
Only
time do you have to
24.
bring your cats in at?
Well, it would have to be before 10 o'clock,
Before 10 o'clock.
or else I would like freak out.
I'm gonna kidnap your
And
cat.
I'd be out.
Oh, me and my
Kidnap
mum
them.
almost kidnapped Mowgli the other day.
What?
Yeah. He ran out in front of us, and then she said she's going to take him to her house and send you pictures.
See,
What's your mum's name, Leah?
That's why she's like this.
Aye, they're wanting me
What's her name?
sexing, I'm
She's
telling
like
you.
this. What, Mowgli?
What's your mum's name?
Polly.
All right, okay.
Pauline.
Just checking to make sure you know.
Just checking. I should tell you what it is. I can't tell you how it's spelled. But
This is your roast now.
she can't spell her own man's name.
Can't spell my dad's name
It's-
either.
What's your daddy's name?
Michael.
Michael. And is
I
it
call
like
him Michelle.
Michelle, but is it like
It's a silent M.
is it silent M?
Yeah.
Michael.
Michael.
Is it Michael, or is it like just spelled normal?
I don't
Like,
know.
You don't know. You don't.
Is there a fada in it?
How have you never seen? Is it Mihal? Or
Is it
how have you
Mihal?
never seen your parents'
He cuts
names not
grass.
written down? Do you like look at bills coming
No.
into the letter
Oh,
box?
you'd be
Do
so
you not open their
surprised about
letters?
the amount of things she does not know
You
about
don't
her own
notice?
family.
Do you not open their letters?
No, my mum
Like
does.
steam them open?
Steaming them open?
Oh,
What
no, they will.
psychopath is steaming letters open? Why
That's
are
when you
steaming
want to
letters?
open them without them knowing.
Your family has like a far richer
family's
interior life
twisted.
than mine. Like if I steamed over any of my mum's letters, it would be like Bill.
Right.
You know what I mean? Smear. Do you know what I mean? So you kind of have to, like, it has to be
I brought
not
out
very
a steamer
interesting.
in my house. My family
You
would
don't
be like,
need
"What the
you don't
fuck?"
need a steamer. Use the kettle.
Use the kettle.
Oh,
Just
right.
put it over
Yeah,
the top
it's
of the
steam in
kettle.
See, yeah, no, never done that in my life, to be fair.
Send all meal now sent to his house. You put it in, you know, like those like medieval like wax seals, so you know if he has tampered with
Like
it.
the fucking queen.
It's like he will open it. He will steam it open. Please.
I
do
always
that.
save up my post before I open it.
You always what?
Like save it up.
Save it up.
Yeah.
That's
Love.
Wait till
avoidance.
there's a wee-
That's avoidance.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's avoiding reality.
Wait till there's a wee pile of it.
We pile it like, oh, it's like, yeah, is that like maybe that's a thing?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
She's like,
thing.
birthday cards. I hope they're birthday cards.
Oh no, sorry
If it's
folks.
not
Maybe
in a colourful envelope, I don't want it.
once you get past 23, 24, there's no money in there. Sorry.
Oh, really?
That
Damn it.
stops. That stops. So
My
get a
last
job.
year.
I'm not sending
Yeah,
you
yeah.
20 quid in the letter anymore. Get a job.
Get a life and a
Get a
job.
life, you tramp. Well,
Anyway.
not you specifically, but I'm just saying, you know,
You have 2 jobs.
you've 2 jobs. What do you do?
Chef.
Chef.
Yeah, but just pizza.
Just pizza.
No, it is. It's
And you've never been diagnosed with anything? No.
We've been trying for years.
So, like, if anybody is watching this who is like a mental health assessment person, like, get in touch.
Help her.
Um,
Please. We'd love you on the show.
Get in touch. Does anybody's ma or anybody have a live, laugh, love in the house?
No,
No.
Jesus, I would never.
I don't know.
allow that.
Pauline sort of gives me
No.
live, laugh, love energy. But it's wine o'clock.
She does give me that, yeah.
Yeah.
She does give 1 o'clock, yeah. She definitely does. She definitely
Pauline. Have you said Pauline on the podcast?
does. No, sadly
no,
not.
we'd love to.
Oh,
We'd love to
you
get
need
the
to get
mothers
Pauline,
on.
get
We'd
the
love to do
mads
a
on.
mother special.
A ma takeover.
That'd be great.
That'd be chaotic.
Did you just like one day realise I'm actually really funny, I'm going to do comedy? Or what the hell drove you there?
Friends had always said to me, like, why don't you do stand-up, why don't you do stand-up? And I was always like, it's okay me being funny here with you, because we all have our wee jokes, and I know what makes you laugh, and I know the wee things that you like, but then I would have to get up into a room full of strangers and just hope that the things that I'm saying are also funny to them, and I'm like, that's stressful. And then I just eventually just went, and so there was like a course down in the Gaiety Theatre in Dublin, and I went down and I just did this wee course and
That's good.
did a wee workshop, and Sarah Mannion, she's kind of like a comedian down in
Yeah.
Dublin, and she was the tutor. And then like I didn't really do anything with it for another year, and
Where was your first gig?
first gig was in the Workman's, upstairs in the Workman's Club in Dublin,
How'd that go?
as a part of it was really good. I got to do like 20 minutes. There was only 3 of us left, and one guy got up and was like, I'm only telling 3 jokes and that's it. And then it was like 3, like, what do you call blah blah blah, and then that was it. And then some girl got up and she'd done 5 minutes, and then it was just all these people were in a room, and I was like, right, so I did 20 minutes, and it went really well. I thought it went really well. It was really nice. I think it's on YouTube. I think my friend filmed it and
Really?
put it on
Cool.
YouTube. And then so that was it. That was okay. And then I didn't do anything for about a year. And then I did another week, like a Saturday course, with a comedian called Beck Hill. She's an Australian comedian who does stuff over in England. And then that was with Mary Flanagan was in that that wee group.
Did you have a moment where you were like, this actually works? Like, this goes really well.
Yeah, after the first few times, I was like, this is the only place that my brain works well.
That's cool. That's really
You know,
cool.
it's like whenever I'm on, I don't get stage fright. I get backward stage fright.
Okay.
So I can't wait to get on stage. I just can't wait. And then whenever I come off, then I analyze everything that I did.
Oh, it's
Go,
like a hangover almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go, why am
comedy
I
hangover.
awful? Why was I allowed to be born? Why am I like this? And this is like, it's not funny, nothing's funny, it's awful, it's terrible, I'm rubbish. And you just like go over it all really badly, and you have to go, right, no, right, stop. Because whenever I'm on stage, it's like flying. It's like frictionless. It's like all the weird ways that my brain's thinking about it. Because like I have no idea what it's like to think about one thing at a time. I have no idea. I don't know what that feels like. People who are like, oh, I was really focused. And I was like, I don't know what that, I do not know what that feels like. Because even now I'm looking at your posters, I'm looking at the things, I'm like looking at the TV, and you know,
this
and
isn't a great room for
there's like-
someone with ADHD.
yeah, and there's like
Sorry.
lots of like, no, but like
I just put all these pictures up, being like, I need to fill in these gaps, and I'm like, oh shit.
no, but it would be any room
Yeah.
I would be in, I would find. So
Yeah.
it could be like a room with like
like-
stippling on the ceiling, and I would start like counting the dots.
Yeah.
You know, I can't help it. I can't
Yeah.
help it. But whenever I'm on stage, it all comes together, and so like my brain is just like 5 seconds ahead of my mouth, and so like I'm able to like,
Class.
Do you surprise yourself then? You're like, oh, that was really good.
yeah, that work. I'll
Yeah.
keep that.
Really?
That's a wee
Yeah,
thing,
that's
a
cool.
wee accidental thing. I'll keep that. Or oh god, that was funnier in my head. I'll not use that again. Oh, no.
It's mad to me how comedians remember their set, like, because it's so long. Like a lot of comedy shows are like what, an hour or something, and how do you remember what jokes come after the other, what stories? Because it would be, for me, it would be like branches. I would have so many more that I would branch off, and is that so hard to like keep track?
I write it in such a way that like, well, that wee bit there will lead into that, and then that's like, it's like a wee jigsaw puzzle. So like I'll bring myself back to the main point, and then I know where I'm going next. And then
That's cool.
and then sometimes you do be like, you maybe be doing a wee bit of crowd work and something is so funny from the audience. I love, that's my favourite bit. Crowd work's my favourite bit. I love talking to the audience and mad things that people talk about. Like one of the weirdest things that was funny was like I was talking to like an audience in the cabaret and like, where are you from and what do you do and how do you know each other? And this group of friends all knew each other because their parents were friends and had owned a business that painted like the H on helicopter, like helipads around Belfast in Northern Ireland, or the H's. I'll just for the different demographics. But do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? It's like that's
insane.
That's what a niche job. Like, what a niche. I know who painted this.
I know there's a job for everyone, really, isn't there? That's insane.
This is an insane job. So, Julie, I love that. But then sometimes like something will really, really take you. Like, oh, that was mad, and it'll take over your thoughts, and then you go, God, I lost the train of thought for a second there. Right, no way, I know where I'm not. You know, I prefer to like.
I'd never get my train of thought back. As soon as I lose it, I'm like.
It's like you do the backward
walk
branch.
off stage now.
You go back to the tree. Do you know what I mean? You go back to.
That would be so hard to like to do that. I think I would just.
But then you find your way of doing it because some people like. There is a thing I hate, and like this will probably split the team. Like, bring on your mobile on stage.
Yeah,
someone's
phone just went off.
I think that was Leah's.
That was
That was Leah.
Leah.
Oh no! Like, I was saying, and then I manifested.
That was such perfect
Yeah.
I
timing.
manifested your rudeness. No, poor Leah. Sorry.
She's very easy to roast. You're fine.
But yeah, no. Like again, people bringing their phones on stage, or people like. I hate people like referring like the like.
Oh, they do that.
Loads
I've
of
never noticed.
people do that. Or well, that's the thing. If you don't notice, then it's fine. But people who are like, right, what am I going to do next? A text me
So
out.
have it written
Yes.
down in their arm or something. I'm so confused. I was like, what
Oh
would
yeah,
it be?
what's going on? What's happening there?
Oh right. I'd be so
It's
sweaty
time
if
for
you
me
got
to
it down. I'm
go.
like, oh fuck.
It's all like run down your arm. It's like, wait.
Are you old fashioned? Do you like paper notes or do you like no notes on stage?
No
when it's
notes.
over? Really?
No notes.
That's
Don't
good.
bring me on the story with you. Let me think, because that's the trick. You have to. It has to kind of look that you're being. It has to look like you're just thinking of it as you're standing there.
Have you ever done
But you're
that?
not.
Freestyled? Went up and just went, right, here's a story.
No, because I think that like it's better for like you owe the audience, because that's another thing that does annoy me, because people go, I didn't really have time to put anything together, and it's invariably shit. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I didn't really do. I'm just.
You
I'm
can
just,
tell.
And you're like, I can tell you haven't prepared anything, because that was fucking mince.
Yeah.
I was awful. You know, like, because like you owe the audience.
Yeah, something.
They're giving you the opportunity to be on stage to entertain them, so you have to come at least a little bit prepared. It might all go to shit. It might be material that's not going to work. People are not going to find it funny, and then you're like, wait, no.
Yeah, there's a
That didn't work.
transaction there though.
There is. Like they're giving you time.
Yeah.
And you should at least become prepared with something. I think people who come up and they're like, I knew this was happening for 3 months, but I didn't prepare anything. It's then fuck
crazy.
off home and give your 5 minutes to somebody who.
Yeah.
In any gig in
Completely.
Belfast, if someone come up and said, I've not prepared, I could turn around and go, that's right, go home, I can turn around. There's going to be at least 2 or 3 other comedians in the audience who are ready to go, who might not be on the lineup, but that I can trust and go, I know you've got a good 5 minutes, did you do it?
Yeah, cool.
And somebody's going to be able to take better
Appreciate it
advantage
more,
of that,
aye. Yeah, that'd be nice.
you know.
You did the Maiden City Teas in Derry, you were saying.
That's right.
2022.
Oh gosh, you had gone and done.
Oh, mate.
2020. That was great. That was a really, really good. And I think it was a similar kind of vibe to Pride in Fermanagh, you know, because there's such little sort of like queer space in Derry, so that whenever it happens, people come and support it and are really, really good. Like the audience are brilliant and just really up for it, and there's just like a friendliness, and it's such an easy gig.
I do love Derry. I don't know. There's something special about Derry.
There's something. I
Derry
think
thing.
Derry is like the polar opposite of Newry. Do you like that sort of like border towns? Like where Derry feels really friendly and Newry feels like you might get your throat cut at any given point. Somebody will drown you in a tub of Friar Tuck super sauce. And it's like kill you.
Yeah.
You know, like no offense
Yeah.
to Newry, but like fucking cheer off.
There is a bit of
You know what I mean?
stiffness in the air.
Fucking chill out, Neurivians or whatever they're called. Neurivians.
Do you have any favourite performers from that night in Derry?
I'm thinking back on it because obviously I work with Rita Peach in Cabaret. She's brilliant. And who else was there that night? Who other comedian was there? I'm trying to remember. 2022.
I know
was
it's
a
a
lot.
while ago,
Was like
sorry.
it was a long time ago. I can't remember. Was it happening last night?
Did you enjoy the night in general? Was it
Loved
really-
it. I've done a couple. I've done 2 maiden teases up there, and they've always been just like lovely. Even like the ones that are, like, do all the tech and backstage at maiden teas are lovely. It's a really lovely. It was just really
atmosphere.
just a lovely atmosphere, and as I say, people are really up for it. Like they've maybe got their tickets like 3-4 months ago,
Cool.
and it's as soon as those go up, people are buying tickets because they can go and let their
Yeah.
freak flag fly, and just be out there and just be in a queer space where they can just be.
I'm surprised Derry doesn't have like a bigger queer scene. There's something like so special about the place.
I remember
that
once
just love it.
It used to be a bar, but
I used to.
Oh really?
I was in Derry with my mom and her boyfriend at the time, and we were in this like it was like a gentleman's club, this type of bar. It was very like full of old men, and we were sitting at this like window seat, and I looked out the window, and like my mom and her boyfriend seen it too, and it was just 2 young lads holding hands walking down the street, didn't think anything of it, and you heard someone in the pub, fucking faggot bastards. It was the first time I've ever heard something so like
Really? Vulgar?
aggro. Like I hear like people take the piss of like, you know, queer people all the
Yeah.
time, but nothing so fucking violent. Like so I was just like, oh, don't say anything, don't come out for another 5 years, Billy.
I think that's so. Like that's so important to say because like those people, like he probably thought that's a joke, blah 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 blah, blah, but
Yeah.
he doesn't understand the impact that he had that on that wee,
Yeah,
I know that
everyone
wee girl.
heard that.
you know,
Yeah.
of you on you sitting there and your wee feelings.
Oh, they don't give a fuck. It's
And,
so
like,
ignorance. Yeah,
and that just pushed you further in. And,
yeah,
like,
definitely.
Yeah, it is mad. I
You
didn't
know.
know that would have an effect. on a
Yeah,
wee
actually,
girl.
this is a bit of, like a counselling session. I didn't really think about that. Thanks,
That's
David.
fact.
Do you want the tissues?
and they could
Got
track the
blue roll
cunts
here.
down and just kill them.
Yeah, let's
just-
do it.
like,
Fuck
you know,
'em.
like
It's a
in a way, it's
revolution.
like you like in like what's like the what do you call like the really mad dude and his like the flayed man, we'll just like strip his skin off and make him roll
Ed
up.
Gein.
You have a real fantasy about this, these wee events, don't you?
I would just have to kill
Yeah.
people in a weird. Like, I just think, or like I don't. The people who annoy me, I don't wish death upon them. I wish like horrible inconvenience forever. Do you like swamp
losing
ass
their
forever?
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Swamp ass forever, or every single time they go to bed, they need to go for shit.
Yeah.
Do you like every
Ingrown toenails and
ingrown
shit.
forever?
Yeah,
Do
something
you-
just that your walking's gonna be horrible
like your
for the rest
sock
of
will
your life.
always like come round. Do you like your sock will gather under your foot and your shoe?
Yeah, oh, I hate that. Like
Especially
ankle
in-
socks fall down.
Especially in a boot.
So,
Would you
yeah.
rather have like
A splinter.
one big
Yeah.
boob, or would you rather have like 24 wee tiny ones?
Big boob.
Big boob.
I've already
Really?
got
I
really
think-
small, tiny ones.
I think big boob as
Well,
well.
how tiny is
Yeah.
tiny? Like how tiny? That size.
How tiny?
I think that'd be
know.
good crack. Could you milk them and all? Could you
24
make
of
some
them.
money? See if you got pregnant and you like had to sell breast milk and you 20.
You're not having 24 children at one time,
No,
Leah.
I don't want
How
you.
much milk's gonna be in them?
I don't know. But, like,
Yeah, how big do they? How?
It's gonna be, if you know those wee milk things you get in a hotel. That's what's the shot. It's actual human milk.
have me in the
Oh man! Oh man!
That's where it comes from.
Oat.
That's why you
human.
didn't want milk in your tea.
No, I just didn't.
You're like, "Ah."
I'm never certain it's not human.
I drank breast milk once by accident. It wasn't very nice, but I wouldn't not do it again if I had to.
I don't know. It feels something has been foisted upon me that I didn't really ask for.
Do you feel,
Violated.
feel like it's
Yeah.
a little bit like cannibalism?
It's a bit like
Not quite.
it's a wee bit like sticking your finger in somebody's mouth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But like, but not in a sexy way. Just like kind of like, oh.
I don't know how to pronounce his accent. When you did Fejos in Lurgan Pride.
Fajos.
Fejos, yeah.
Fajos. So that was Lurgan. So that was the first Lurgan Pride. That was first Lurgan Pride in 2024, and that was really. It was really nice because everybody was like, "No one will go, no one will go, no one will go,
Really?
no one will go." So it was very small. It was just like, if anybody knows Lurgan at all, I don't know if you've ever been to Lurgan. If anybody need to be in Lurgan, but it was just down Carnegie Street, which is just this quite a small street in Lurgan. It was just that was closed off, and like where Fad Joe's is, and it's because Lurgan's a very divided town. Do you know what I mean? There are still Protestant bars, Catholic bars. You know, there's the Catholic butcher, there's the Protestant butcher. Do you know what I mean? It's
No
very,
way, that's
it's
so crazy.
still very much like once you like one sided. I could take a piece of chalk, draw it down, and go right now. This is the dividing line.
mad.
So Fad Joe's kind of like is in that nowhere land, and it wasn't really claimed by one side or the other. So it is very much a mixed in
Yeah.
the north of Ireland
Yeah.
version of being mixed, sort of like bar, and so it was a perfect one for that first year, and the bar was packed, and it was lovely. It was really lovely. It was far more low key. It was far more. It felt comfier. You know, like
Kind of recognizable.
yeah.
in Lurgan.
It was nice. It was nice, and then the next year. But I think the people who organised the first Lurgan Pride were a bit like, right, we're going to get acts, we're going to get a venue, and then just tour on. Like, there was no actual work, as like Fermanagh Pride is like a real slick operation. You know,
Yeah.
it's like really well organised. It is really well organised.
Those girls
Um,
are really, they're amazing.
They're really, really, really good, and like
Yeah, they're
everything
fab.
they've achieved is amazing. So, you know, this more recent year was a wee bit more, in Lurgan that is, was a wee bit more, was a wee more organisation behind it.
Yeah.
I think as queer people in your hometown, you've always got like mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
You know, because you're there, and that's where you've been. Maybe you're most comfortable as a child, but also you're most uncomfortable as a teenager, as a person who's, you know,
Yeah.
coming into their identity. You know, this is where you.
Yeah, those small towns are very strange in that
You
way.
know, the jagged edges of life.
Yeah.
That's where you felt them the most.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That was Enniskillen for me, really. But I never really felt a fear in Enniskillen when it came to coming out. Never. I
No.
don't know why. I just never really felt
Did
any
you
kind of fear.
have? Were there other people in your class or in years above you?
No.
Or no.
Nothing. I was in an all-girls Catholic school, and came out, and I was the only out person.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The only one that we knew
Yeah.
of at the time, because
Yeah.
as Catholic girls' schools are rife with lesbians.
It was a great time.
It was a great time to
It
be
was
a
a great
lesbian.
time to be
It was a
alive.
great time to be a lesbian. Like, did you have like people in your school that you were able to go, oh, that person
I was
identifies or came out, or
see. I was in Isle of Man. I spent there I was there for 6 years, and I was in high school there for about 3 years.
was it not still illegal to be gay in the Isle of Man up until like more recently?
I honestly have no idea, but it is so backwards. I've really researched that, but I remember there used to be like one gay bar called Guys and Dolls, and then
Great name.
later when I like came out and I went over to see my friends, I was like, oh, you need to take me to Guys and Dolls, see what the crack is. And they're like, Billy, they had to shut that down. It
No
got
way.
so much abuse, and
Oh,
they smashed the windows.
no.
So like being queer over there just seems so. I keep trying to share the podcast ones over there, so if like, you know, friends see it,
Yeah.
because they don't have any of that stuff. It's really backwards over there.
1992.
Oh,
It was
really?
25 years after England and
But that's
Wales,
still late though.
and then
Wow.
it was the second to last place in the British Isles to do so.
My husband and we got married in London in 2014, and if we'd stayed in, we were living here. We just got married in London. Just went away to get married, and then when we came back home, it was civil partnership
Oh, really?
right up until 2019. Whereas like in all the rest of the UK, it was all marriage. Like we had a marriage certificate from the beginning,
Yeah.
but it just wasn't marriage until 2019.
That's crazy. It didn't count here. And yeah, they only got legalised here because it was a threat, wasn't it? If they didn't come back into Stormont or whatever, they were going to legalise gay marriage.
It was because yes, if you remember around about that time, Stormont had one of its many flipping
They just
Meltdown.
walk away.
collapses. Yeah,
Oh my
and it was
god.
just like
It's
it's
like
all
can't do their own
stopped it.
fucking job. Like
Couldn't do it, and so that was like in and around that time. And so it was kind of like I think it was the only way it was going to happen on Northern Ireland, because the DUP can turn around and go, the DUP knew that was going to happen. It had to come around. It had to, because we were being like discriminated against. So if our government is Westminster, you know, whatever way your politics lies in Northern Ireland, you know, our laws still come from Westminster, not from Dublin. So like if we were being discriminated against as queer people in our quote unquote own country, when the rest of the country that had to change.
Yeah.
So I think it was the only way the the DUP can go, that has nothing to do with us. We weren't even in government.
Yeah.
So they don't have to lose face.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it had to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they could go, we didn't really want to, but
We weren't even.
it was like a cop out.
Yeah, we weren't even there, so we couldn't stop it. So like, oh, we just have to get on with it now.
now.
I wasn't even here. I didn't even go here. But yeah.
There was definitely gay people in your school I knew of anyway.
Where? Which
In
one?
Erin.
Integrated. Oh yeah, definitely. Like it's at the time I didn't know,
Ah, yeah,
but
of
now
course.
that I've grown up, there's been so many that have
Oh.
been transitioned,
like
came out. Yeah,
100%.
so
Loads
but-
of people in my year, and I'm like, yeah, that person came out, that person came out. There's maybe like a
Yeah.
couple of people in my year. Whenever I went to school I went to was not called integrated. In those days, it was called non-denominational. So like there wasn't this, you know. So like again, like I wasn't one of these people that like hadn't met a Catholic person until I was like 20. I was like, that's really weird. I was like, it's weird, like people who've never met somebody from the other side of the, you know,
Tracks.
it's so weird. I just
It
think it's
is.
weird. Like, oh, the first time he met a Protestant was when he was 25. I just think it's so strange. It's so weird. But
It's like
yeah,
with gay people when in a small town, if you meet one, you meet them all. We all come out of the woodwork eventually, don't we?
Dude, well, I came out whenever I was at university,
Mhm.
and it's weird because yeah, the majority of my friends are sort of straight cis heteronormative people, but we became better friends once I came out.
Okay.
So like I always had like the same friends. It was just it didn't change anything, and so like my queer friends are not the majority of. I think I'm like not the usual story of like, you know, my best friends are not
Yeah, okay.
are not
Queer or
are not
whatever.
queer or gay
Yeah.
or whatever. You know, the people I would go to would be
Yeah, mostly straight and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot, I'd say.
I have a thing where like I don't really believe in star signs. I think that's like I just don't believe in star signs and all like that. Although I'll go, oh, that is kind of a very Scorpio thing to do.
Sorry.
You know what I mean? But what I do think,
I do believe them.
do you believe it? But what I have more faith in is how many siblings. Where do you fall in that?
I was an only child until I was 16. Yeah.
lucky duck.
So
Lucky
she
Do I
devil.
give that?
She's one
Right?
sibling.
You do give because my husband's an only child.
Ah, okay.
Mm.
We're a wee bit weird,
I'm the middle child. I have four, or 2 older brothers, 2 younger sisters.
5. Fuck.
And then that is kind of like.
You're
Do you not
smart,
think
man.
it's sometimes in Ireland like the boys are always the prize?
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We've got sisters,
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, we've got, and then these ones.
Yeah.
So then these two came along,
These
and then
fell out.
like these two came along. What about you?
3 brothers.
And where are you?
I'm the third.
You're the third brother. You're the third brother. So just like brother, you brother.
Yeah.
And what about you, Billy?
I have 2 full brothers, 1 half brother, and then like I'm the baby.
So half brother like was a terrible like railway accident.
Yeah.
His legs cut off.
He couldn't be here tonight.
He couldn't be
He's
here
still
tonight. It
walking.
takes him ages. His pips didn't come in. So you've two. And so where are you? Are you?
I'm the youngest. I'm
you're
the baby.
You're the youngest of
All of them.
all of
My
them.
half brother
many?
is the oldest. He is like
Right, I was
mid
gonna
30s
go-
now.
Right, I was gonna go. How does that work? Right, okay. So half brothers. But do you see him as a half brother?
Well, I definitely accepted him. Like, I remember it was so fucking weird. I'd never heard of
Oh,
him.
did you not know? Right,
I didn't
this
hear
is
of him.
different again.
Yeah,
This is
my
different.
my
dynamic.
dad brought me
Brilliant.
and my brother Jordan, my full brother Jordan, out. I don't know where we were going. We just ended up in this person's place. Went into the kitchen, sat down. That's your brother. And
Like,
me and my
no preamble.
no, me and my brother Jordan looked at each other, looked at Stephen is his name, and we're like, you know, I was about 9, 8 at the time, and I was so like shy, I didn't know how to speak to him. And then I always thought that moment of us first meeting, he didn't like me, so I never made contact until it was like in my early like 20s, and my oldest brother Aaron was in contact with him again, and we all like mingled, and I try and keep in contact with him. It's nice.
So it is, but it isn't like the same as the brothers you grew up with.
No, not really. I definitely have a stronger bond with the other brothers.
He's like a cousin, nearly.
Nearly, yeah. I'm like still like learning about him, definitely. But it's so cool, like looking at him, and we have the same mannerisms.
Really?
Yeah, it's so strange. Yeah.
Me and my
So-
youngest brother are very similar, and then there's my youngest brother, and then my middle brother. Like,
Are you the oldest then?
I'm the oldest. So there's me, but so this is why I say like I think it does like because like older children are very much because an oldest child is not the same as an only child because like,
Okay.
you get a lot of like energy and attention just forever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Spoiled
Like,
rotten.
you just
Yeah.
have forever, like you just like because there's nobody else.
Uh-huh.
Whereas if you're an oldest child, it's a wee bit like but we did all the you know, we did so much experimentation on you, that like it should have all worked. So go into the world and be, you know,
Yeah. Be
go
good.
away.
Aye.
And then like youngest children are always very much like, you know, they've always got that safety net to fall into, because like my brother's nearly 40, but my mum still calls him the child. And like he's still young, and then the middle children always invariably feel like nobody listens to them. They always feel like nobody listens to me, but the thing is that you just don't fuck up.
Yeah.
So
I know it's a weird psychology from me and my brother. My brother is just turned 10, so I was literally just by myself until I was a teenager. So I wonder what.
And are you,
how it
without you
makes
don't mind
them
me asking, are you
Same parents.
same parents?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they just decided.
Yeah, just fucked. I was 16. My mum said I'm pregnant. I said, "You're what?" I said, "You still have sex?"
You're like,
How
what's
does that
going
happen?
on, you weirdos?
Yeah. No, yeah. And then Charlie came out, and he's 10. He turned 10 the other day.
But that's
Crazy.
a totally different dynamic, because like
Totally
he
different
is
childhood as well. Completely different, because my parents were like,
older. And
yeah, wiser. Like they were in their 20s when they had
But
me.
you don't. People go with the same parents. But I remember reading seeing like was like a video, and they go like you don't have the same parents. Like who
Yeah.
your parents showed up to be for that sibling
Yeah.
was not the same person that they showed up to be for you.
Yeah, 100%. We had the same
That's
biological
different.
parents, but not
I
the same
seen that
parents.
video.
Did you see that video?
Yeah, it was really interesting.
And it's interesting, I think, especially because you've got like, and you're the only girl.
Yeah.
Do you not find that then sometimes you're expected? And I think this is the Irish psyche.
Yeah.
Are you expected to be a bit of a mommy?
They kind of gave up hope on me.
You just were like, no, this isn't happening. But did you ever feel that, like, you know, like, come and help me wash the dishes?
Yeah.
Come and help me clear up the table. It's like, what the fuck are these three lazy
Yeah, you
bastards
have to
doing?
set the table all the time. But
Especially
then
'cause
that's
they're
because I'd give
boys.
off if someone else said it, because they'd give me the wrong fork and plate and stuff.
Yeah, Daffo needs
I'm gonna diagnose that soon.
diagnosed, like, you know what I mean? Daffo. I can't eat with this fork. This plate is not platey enough.
Oh,
I only
shit.
had one plate and one fork I could use.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, darling.
Bless
Oh,
her.
darling.
It was a paper plate.
It was a paper plate.
No, it had a flower on it.
There is, I do have like 2 or 3 cups that I like to drink
Yeah, you
out
have
of.
favorites.
And I do have like a spoons, and I'm like, well, it's nice.
That's
to
a
eat
better
The fork
plate,
has
yeah.
to be the right weight.
What?
Yeah. I do get
Like,
that.
you know, like these really flat, like forks.
Yeah, a
and,
fork's
like,
a fork.
and you can't eat with a
Ref.
dessert spoon. You have to eat with a teaspoon.
What?
It's like a box of like affirmations of autism.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a bit like June. You
This is
should.
Pandora.
This is like the text. You are the textbook.
Why does everyone call me autistic?
Tell them about the time you drank bleach.
From the time you drank bleach. Why did you drink bleach? Should we be laughing?
Get
Should
rid
we
of
be?
COVID.
Oh, it was an accident.
It was an accident.
No, her mother, she had the specific cup, and it was her favorite cup. The only cup she used, and her mother put bleach.
Oh no,
And
see that's
I-
not an accident.
I think it
no.
was a purpose.
I crawled
Yeah,
up.
so did I.
Like, I climbed onto the dresser, got the cup and drank it, and
She
Yeah.
lived, like, you know.
Was it like
social
gulp,
services.
Gulp, gulp?
Yeah, how many gulps did you get down before you was like, oh, this is
I don't know, I had to
boring?
go in an ambulance.
What comedian or comedy show inspired you to get into comedy yourself?
Honestly, I would say growing up, my favourites were like Victoria Wood, Lily Savage, and then more recently Maria Bamford, and the way she talks about mental health and stuff. Because like lots of my material is just about my mental
Oh,
health.
so
and
do you like
talking.
take a lot of what she does into your work?
I take a lot of inspiration, like just
Yeah.
being open, really open. She'd be really different because
Yeah.
like, she does all these different, like she's a wee bit more kind of avant-garde, a wee bit when she does certain things, but she definitely her openness about talking about your mental health. That would
Cool.
be, but yeah, Lily Savage, Victoria Wood, definitely Julian Clary, those sorts
It's a lot
of
more of a female.
100%.
Yeah.
Like my references are not like Tommy
Women are
Tiernan
funnier, to be
and
fair.
I do believe I
Yeah, no,
do
definitely.
say that.
You were a support worker.
I am.
You
yeah.
still are. I
I
wasn't
am
too sure
still.
if you.
Yeah.
So,
I do support work for people who are autistic and have learning disabilities.
All right. Well,
you go.
there you go. Well, I wasn't too sure like who you support, but I was going to ask, what advice would you give young people or old people that are looking to come out?
Oh gosh, do it at your own rate, and like you don't owe anybody your story. You know, you don't owe anybody anything until you're ready to share it. You know, I think there's like a real, especially because we're talking about earlier on about how, you know, we've come so far. But I think there is like that way, be true to yourself, but it has to be at your rate, at your pace, and surround yourself with people who are surround people who love you. That doesn't necessarily need to be your your blood family. That doesn't necessarily need to be like your mum and dad, your brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles. That could just be, I am a real believer of your chosen family, and your chosen family and your chosen tribe are the ones that you should surround yourself with. Because as I said, I made my friends at university whenever I was 18, 19. I came out whenever I was 20, and those people are still my friends. Like those are still the people that I go to when I, you know, when I need support, or if they need support. Like those are still my tribe.
Yeah.
That's my
Aye. You get to pick your own family the older you get. Yeah.
I agree definitely with that, and don't be and sometimes you've got to cut people out of your life that are not with the program, and that's just sometimes the way it be.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
I know you met your husband on Gaydar. You said, yeah, but like for, you know, on a night out, say like the George or whatever, do you think being funny is a good pull-in technique?
I think it probably, because it puts people at ease.
Yeah, it's very
It
like, you
relaxes
know.
people straight away. and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you
no,
can
it does.
kinda,
It
like,
breaks the ice, definitely.
yeah, because it doesn't feel like flirting.
Has it ever worked for you?
Gosh,
I'd say.
probably maybe in the past.
Are you a believer of being laughed in the bed? Do you think you can be laughed in the bed?
Oh, I
You can laugh
definitely.
someone?
Yeah, because it relaxes you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It makes you feel like at ease with the person, and then you're like, if you can have a good old laugh, it's not because, like, you know, like meeting people on apps for, like, you know, coffee or whatever, it's all feels very. Whereas like if you're then having a good old laugh, then you
It eases you.
can
Yeah.
relax, let the mask slip maybe a wee bit.
No, yeah, no,
and be your
definitely.
own self.
Give myself
There you go.
some.
Will it be funny?
I'm funny.
Wait, are you on the lookout?
Yeah.
Are you on
I'm
the
not on the lookout. No, no. Well, no, I'm not.
Yes,
Well,
she is.
no.
Yes, she is.
No,
I'm
but no,
not.
but no.
Yeah, but no, but yeah, but no, but I'm
you're,
not.
But no, but
I'm-
no, but
I'm
no,
not
but yes,
actively.
everything happened you didn't even know about.
Do you watch our pod? It's okay if you don't.
I've seen wee clips on it
Wee
because
clips,
sometimes like
yeah.
I have like a real I am definitely one of those people who find it difficult to like sit down for like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever do this? Right, this is like I think it's a very like 2020s 21st century phenomenon where like you won't sit and watch an hour and a half movie, but you will watch a whole series of 45-minute episodes of
On TikTok.
programs that are like you'll watch all of Bridgerton,
Mm-hmm.
but you won't watch a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you finding it? Because well, how many? Because this is season 2.
It's season 2, yeah, loving
How-
it. But we're definitely have gotten better. And like, see, I done media in the college, so I've been like
Right.
used to seeing myself on camera, used to like hearing myself, but I couldn't do
We are
this
not.
shit. Yeah, well, I couldn't do this shit all by myself, so I dragged my friends into it. So
Yeah.
I've had to be careful, like they're comfortable and this one's comfortable, like trying to give him a fucking nickname
Yeah.
and everything.
You are very
Yeah.
good at that though. To be
You
fair.
like have you like the voice in the
The voice of God.
What's your goal?
With the
Jeez.
pod.
Yeah.
Or even just with the skills you're improving by putting the pod together.
I just couldn't get I wanted to work in like films and stuff,
Yep.
but I couldn't get the experience. I couldn't get jobs. I
Mhm.
was applying like fuck to Belfast. They were like, try again next year. Try again next year. I didn't want to be in my 30s and be a runner. You know, that
No.
stuff you do in your early 20s. So it was like, I'm not getting the experience, but to get a job, I need experience.
Yeah.
Why don't I try and do the experience from home? Because you can do that
Amazing.
shit nowadays. You're watching TikTok.
Amazing.
You see people on TikTok or YouTube getting millions of views, and they're no harm, but their content's fucking shit.
Well, that's what goes right back to the beginning. We were talking about people who are not afraid of mediocrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like if you look at like for example, like some of the big names from Northern Ireland in comedy, like the likes of say Shane Todd, Colin Gaddis, like they don't need the BBC.
No.
They don't need those they have done it all themselves. Like they've created a niche, they've created a platform, and they've created a career outwith of all of these. And whenever they, and I think Colin said it in an article, like when you are in that, because you'll get used to being your boss, you'll get used to your vision
That's
being
what's
the
so
one.
nice. Like all of us were our own bosses here. We don't
Yeah.
have people being like, oh, you can't say that.
You can't
we
say
can't
it.
do that.
You can't do it
yeah,
that way. Like
I
that's the
just
thing.
that will frustrate
You know,
me.
whereas like he was going and he was finding, and I think the term he used was like clipping his wings. Like he was getting into the
Yeah.
BBC, and they were like going, we love the fact that you've got this following, but could you just be this way?
Yeah.
And then it
Yeah.
was kind of
And
like,
he doesn't have us following because he's what the BBC wants him to be.
no,
He has
Yeah.
it because he's who he is.
he's who he is, and he did
Yeah.
it himself. So these people are kind of, you don't need, you know,
You don't need them nowadays.
You don't need them nowadays, and it's all like this kind of like, it's like you know, like all of this new technology. It's all about like Uber. Uber disrupts taxi businesses, Just Eat disrupts takeaways, and like this here is like disrupts entertainment where you can go, I'm gonna make my own space.
It's just it's such a competition to even get like the bog standard like a wee assistant runner job.
No,
but it's nice doing this and like.
But then this could be the thing where like what is it, if and when it becomes monetized, like as you say, you're looking at these people and they're putting like. Do you ever see? Oh, do you like the ones and it's like it's TikTok videos of like, have you ever met 5 guys who are all so different and they're all these guys are coming like, I'm the jock and I'm the and they're like, you're like, who the fuck allowed this to happen?
I know, and who are the millions of people that's like this? Not even just post it.
Do you know, there's a guy and I don't know, and it's like there's this guy, and so the first time I saw him on like TikTok thing, he's a trans guy and he does comedy, and he was doing like, so the first things he did was like quite funny, and it was like all the different runs from. Like, so he was doing like Jack Sparrow's run, and he was doing like, it was quite funny. And then he started doing this video with this other dude, where like they pretend to be dogs and they're like panting, and like this guy's got like, he's got like, you might have seen it, I don't know, but it's also like, who is this for? Who's watching this?
You know, a lot of TikTok content stuff is a lot of kink guy.
Pauline.
It's a lot of kink.
But it didn't even feel sexual at all. It didn't even feel kinky. It just felt like. What?
Yeah.
Who's enjoying this? Like, do you like if you're always like, if when you're creating something, have like a consumer in mind, and that consumer could be just you.
Yeah.
You could be the person that just loves what you're doing, because you, like, scientifically, you can't be the only person like you that enjoys the things that you enjoy. There have to be.
We really wanted to find our like own wee niche, and I thought, right, what were we gonna make a podcast about? What do we all have in common? We're all queers. Like, we can do like a queer small town kind of thing. And it's like, it's something that like I've never had when I was like coming out. Like, you know, you're too shy to speak to people. You kind of want to watch people talk about it, you know, like hear what they're talking about. You never had that when we were younger.
Absolutely
so
not.
like, I don't know, something that we're trying to like provide, and we're not professionals at all. Like, we're just like those other people.
Also, but don't be putting down what you're achieving, because you know, I'm not a professional, but like, you know, you're still putting. Oh gosh, I'm not the person, because I'm just like, I'm always like, just I'm the face. I'm the talent. I'm not the brains, but just keep doing what you're doing, because as you say, there's nobody. You know, like there's these people who just like, you know, these people like now. I remember like I don't even know if she still exists. Remember Zoella?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Remember her? And she just like. She just like got a laptop. Like, she was one of the first ones that like really. I can't remember.
Just did hair and makeup
and then stupid shit. And then did she marry somebody who was an equally pointless person?
Yeah, that was the name of his channel.
That was the name of it. Pointless. It was just like, you know what I mean? But it's like, sometimes you gotta look at the people and you go, like, at least we have like a niche or a message or a voice or a platform that is for an intended audience. What the fuck are they? What are they? Who is the audience? Who's the audience for a man who pretends to be a dog?
The Fermanagh pisser.
Oh my god, have you seen that on TikTok?
Oh, no.
There's a person called the Enniskillen. We've never addressed this. Enniskillen pisser. This dirtbag is going about Enniskillen. We don't know if it's actual piss, because it's either Fanta or he's severely dehydrated. Sorry.
Yeah, it's very orange.
And like,
maybe he's had a Baraka just before he's done.
Maybe, yeah. But like, it's
maybe
all,
we don't know.
It's all fun and games if you're just like pissing in public. Kind of gross, but work away. But then he done like clips of him in Ironside, a shopping mall, on clothes, pissing.
It's fetish.
And where else was it? Sports Direct.
100%.
I haven't seen them yet.
But it's also. See, I'm a wee bit against this person already, because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because I feel like he is pushing his fetish upon people who didn't consent to be part of it.
Yeah.
And that's
I
why
think
I'm
that's what the fetish is, though. I think the fact that he's caught doing it.
I think he's getting close to like 100,000
Is he
views
really?
on those like videos. They're just so.
Get him on.
No, because you'll piss on my fat. I'm
know.
not having that shit. That's so fucking
okay
gross.
if you've got like that leatherette. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just like, you can wipe it off.
Wild.
Because I do feel torn about certain things. Because like, remember, like, I don't know, we don't hear much about him, but in the summer he was quite big. Remember Kevy 4X? He was the Belfast rapper. He was a wee dude doing the Belfast rapping. Like, I was a bit like, do you know what? He wants to be a rapper. He's out there. He's doing his wee thing. It's awful.
Yeah.
But he's not hurting anybody's feelings.
No.
Cool. I love that. And then there's this other dude who used to be like a bit of an influencer, going to parties and fashion, and then now he's fine. Jesus.
Okay.
And so,
I
do you
know
know who
that
I'm
one.
talking about?
Yeah.
And now he's fine, Jesus. And it's a bit like, no, I don't buy it. I'm so sorry. No, no to all of this, because he's like, it's all about. I think he got married recently.
Okay.
I think he
probably,
got married recently.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, and even at that, like, he has this Kardashian influence on my life, in which I didn't choose to know anything about him, and now I do, and I feel resentful. That there's like a portion of my brain withholds information about it. I can't even remember what his name is.
It's Jed.
It's
Bleep it out.
Jed.
Bleep it out. It's
bleep-
Jed.
no, don't bleep it out. I'm calling you
I'll
out,
keep it
Jed.
in.
Do you know him,
This is-
Leah?
This is
I
like,
don't know him personally. Like, I don't go to his church, but yeah, I definitely know who.
I don't. Fuck, I think if he doesn't go to his church, if he doesn't have like a flipping ring light, do you know what I mean? Like, he is like, that is complete. It's just do something. You go. You find what you think is your niche. There's nobody Northern Irish Christian, and you go,
Yeah.
fuck off. Do this. This influencer that goes, I've just found this great place on the Lisburn Road, this is Spain, and I am obsessed with their
the fuck's
fluffy
that?
pancakes. Do you like every food influencer on
Okay,
TikTok or on like, I've just found this brilliant place just round the corner from Victoria Square. You are going to go mad for their margaritas. And you are like, you don't sound interested at all. Like, are you? Your blue
monotone.
diazepam has kicked in, and you did not do the timings between taking your meds and fucking filming properly. Like, you did not work this
Hard
out. She says, and I just find like, or the ones that talk like this here, the ones like the northern, like really Northern Irish people who speak a bit like this here, and they've got like this type of accent, and they're going, no, if you're coming into the middle of Belfast and they pronounce their INGs, a Northern Irish person that pronounces their INGs fucking puts me on
Noses.
fucking tenterhooks. I'm a bit like, I automatically don't trust you. I was giving out the other day.
Melt.
Fuck off.
Yeah, melt.
Nobody cares.
I was thinking that. I was like, do I pronounce the G? I just go on running.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I never pronounce the G at the
I was
end.
never, unless I'm
It's
speaking to
weird.
somebody not from. Again, this is an
Say
ADHD.
cake.
This is an
No.
ADHD thing that I can sometimes mirror people's accents.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I sometimes do, and I can't help it.
You do
so
musical ear.
I can't, but I think it's like a thing. It's a need to be understood, so like you
Okay.
unconsciously mirror how they speak in order to hope that they understand what you're saying better. And so like I will sometimes, but only if the other person isn't from Northern Ireland.
I did a lot of that when I was in Isle of Man, and then that fucked up my accent.
I was going to ask, because your accent now is quite
Really?
no, it's quite neutral.
Okay.
Ask
Do you
for
think
say
so?
cake.
No.
Say cake, say cake.
See, I think with an egg.
How do you say cake?
Cake.
What?
Bake. Jake. Rake.
Why do you do that?
Steak.
The AK is capital.
I don't
And I've
hear-
never known why. It's so
You say it.
capitalized. Cake.
Cake.
Your AK is capital. I don't know.
It sounds
why.
like you're sort of saying it as if, are you sure? You're going cake. There's a question mark at the end of it.
Bake. Oh yeah, it does sound like a question.
Maybe that's
Well,
what.
bake does anyway.
Take.
If you just say bake.
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 Wake.
Wait.
Sorry.
It's like
Wait,
a
what bake is
curl
it?
up at the end.
BAKE?
It's
Or is
so
it
niche to
bake
me.
as in like bake of duck?
What?
Oh, you're
Stop
saying
talking.
bake?
Bake.
Oh, right. Oh yeah, we have. Yeah, but it's kind of like bake.
Say.
See, I always thought bake was just like a culture way of saying bake.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Or like your mouth.
Like your mouth or your
Bake.
whole face.
Mm-hmm.
Shut your bake. Look at the bake on him.
Spell rug.
Yeah.
Rug. Or UG.
No, slow it down.
Or UG.
Or
Or
R.
UG.
Yeah.
R.
R.
Yeah.
R UG. You would say or. Where are you from?
Here.
You're from Enniskillen. You're
But I
from
would say R.
fucking Mars.
I'm from Enniskillen. I'm from around the corner. R.
Newry ones would say or.
Or
You're like more kind of country though. Not country,
No, he is
country.
not.
No, but he's not.
Excuse me, Leah.
town.
My
It's-
back garden
it's-
looks onto a field.
But it's different.
I would like to
accents
say,
from the
everybody
town.
in this room, if there's a Belfast person in here, we would all be from the country.
Oh yeah, true,
They
true.
don't think any of
We're
us
all
live
from
in
the
towns.
sticks.
We do all live in
Yeah.
fields.
Yeah.
Like some of us might.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just don't assume.
I mean, it kind of is a field. It's just been built on.
Well, everywhere's the cat.
Yeah.
You know.
I didn't want to say it. I felt like I was thinking it, and then like,
You're letting her have that one until she
I was like, oh my god, my thoughts have started to sound like Leah. My inner monologue is Leah's voice. How'd that happen? How'd that happen so
You
quickly?
stupid bastard.
Did you want to do the jokes, or is that no?
Do them anyway, and then
we
if you
had jokes.
Yeah.
Leah can start them.
do them anyway, and then if you don't like them, then you
And this is the judge.
this is-
if we're
this is-
funny, if we're
I feel like
if we're a real
I
comedy
feel like
podcast,
we-
you
I
can
feel
judge
like we
us.
I
have
definitely
been.
haven't come up with this on my own. What is
I'm laughing already. As soon as like somebody like goes into like
What?
joke telling, I'll tell a joke.
What was it?
What is?
Blue and smells like red paint?
What? I don't know what is blue and smells like red paint.
Blue paint.
Right.
Anyway, next one.
Go on, Leah, you're next.
All right. Oh, you've got one.
A guy had his his left side surgically removed. He's all right now though.
I have a joke, but it's quite old. You might know it.
Right.
So, what's red and green and going 100 miles in a blender?
Is it Kermit the Frog in a blender?
It's a
That's
frog.
actually a lot
Oh,
better.
right.
That's a lot better than what you
He's
said.
raging. You can't.
I have another one. What's black and white and falling down the
Oh,
stairs?
shut up.
What's black and white and falling down the stairs? A drunk nun? No, I don't
Oh,
know.
it's a nun, yeah.
Oh, right. I was gonna go.
Not because she's drunk, it's because I kicked her.
Oh, right, fair, even better.
Have you another one?
Even
But that's
better. So I was gonna go drunk nun or drunk panda, and I just
funnier.
nuns are funnier than pandas.
Probably.
Mine's not really a joke. I actually heard this on the news. And I just thought it was funny. Yeah. So
Right.
There was. Did you ever hear of the Valley of Kings? I think it's called in
Yes.
Egypt, where they find all like the mummies, or it is
I-
mummy, isn't it,
I
in a
was there.
sarcophagus?
I was there when
You
I
were
was- I
there?
was there when I
No
was
way.
si-
You
when I
probably
was
heard of the story
16.
then.
No way.
I was when I was 16.
But they found this mummy pretty recently, and like in the sarcophagus, they like opened it up, and they fucking seen it was preserved in chocolate and nuts. Mental. I think his name was Ferrero
Is that
Rocher.
it? That's your answer.
So what we've learned is don't step on people's punchlines. That's a joke. That's a very important.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
yeah,
She's raging. Ferrero Rocher.
yeah,
Oh, that was a good one, Billie. I should like
yeah,
that one.
I did like
yeah. It
that.
would have been good.
I'm trying to
Fuck's
think
sake.
about. I'm trying to think about like This is gross. So just to edit this completely out. But my mum used to like tell this joke, and I was like, I can never think back. I go, gosh, see, my mum was telling me this joke. It was like, so this guy goes up to these two girls at a bar, and he says to one of the girls, "Excuse me, can I smell your fanny?" And she goes, "Excuse me," and he goes, "Sorry, but can I smell your fanny?" And she goes, "No, you cannot." So she goes, "Oh, it must be your mates then." Like my mum told that joke
Yeah, I like that one.
ages ago,
Mhm.
and I was like,
That was a good one.
he's gonna have that one.
Yeah, thanks.
Do you want to tell it?
Yeah, can you shut up for it?
Can I tell
hell.
can I tell my fucking punchline?
Yeah, I know. Thank you, David. That's all
Yeah,
our
thank you, David.
questions.
Thank
yeah.
you so much for that. Was so much fun.
That
Thank
was
Was
you
it
so
alright? Was it
much.
worth the journey, do you think?
Absolutely, I had a
No
really good
way,
laugh.
class.
And for that bun and that cup of that tea,
Really?
I love the tea. I love a good
Stop.
strong.
We got you a
Good
little present.
strong.
Nothing.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're a fibber.
Just in case
Ty or Dickiebo?
we didn't have
Oh.
one the last time we saw you. So we thought you'd get you.
Yeah.
What just
Oh, wait. Would you hold my?
yeah,
Get it
your,
on.
your outfit was so fab at Pride, we thought we would do you an honour. Yeah, we don't wear these every day.
If you are in Belfast over the Christmas period, please do drop in to the Cabaret Supper Club on Upper Arthur Street. We have got matinees and we have got evening shows. Come have a dinner, get a nice cocktail, and then watch me being a sparkly faggot on stage. I would love that there. I'm allowed to say it. You're not. Unless you are, and then you can. And then keep a wee eye. I think it is I think it's the first Tuesday in September. I'm going to be part of a comedy show in the Spaniard in Belfast. So if you find yourself in Belfast, please do come down and see it. And then just give me a follow and don't hate me. And give me the validation that I didn't get as a child. That would be lovely.
Nice, nice.
Thanks. That'd be lovely. That's all.
No
Brilliant
worries.
job. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
Thank
Ooh,
Big help.
Yeah, that was great.
that's
That was
amazing.
fab. David Doherty-Jebb. That's a bit of a tongue twister.
I love that name.
Yeah,
David
it's like
Doherty-Jebb.
David Doherty-Jebb.
You've been brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you next time. Bye.
Awesome.